Good morning, everybody. This is Michael from Spades Consulting, and this is going to be more so comedy, but also leaning towards the business side of things. We're going to try to sell ice to an Eskimo. Like I said, it's going to be comedy. So, first and foremost, how do you sell ice to an Eskimo? Well, how can you market the ice? The first thing that you'd want to do is you want to rebrand the ice. So it's not the ice that you're selling to the Eskimo isn't just normal everyday ice. This is structural ice. This is artisan ice. There's something special about this ice. Not only is this ice more structurally sound, but the reason why you should buy this ice is because your anniversary is coming up, and this ice isn't just structural, it's not just artisanal in name. Look at the designs carved into it. We even have a little bit of gold inlay, given it's gold leaf, but nobody needs to know that. We even have gold inlay in the ice. So when your wife comes home after hunting and clubbing seals over the head, she'll be able to come home and see this wonderful, wonderful igloo with gold inlays and just able to hold the weight of an entire family of polar bears without breaking a sweat. This ice isn't just your normal ice, but in the event of global warming, it functions as a flotation device, guaranteed to never fail. And if it ever does, we'll give you your water back, guaranteed. In addition, all right, so breaking from that real quick, in addition to changing the marketability of it from just normal ice to structural ice and artisanal, which brings it more into the realm of architectural ice. You see this with roofing these days. If you ever look at new roofs, a lot of the roofing contractors refuse to use the normal old three tab shingle. It's always they want to use the architectural shingles now because they produce a nicer look and effect. And they do cost more, especially if you want a specific color um, applied to it. Anyway, so we've gone from just normal ice to structural to artisanal to now architectural. Now, how do we add more value to the ice? It came from a faraway land. This architectural ice is imported directly from the Swiss Alps. Switzerland, very, very small country, very high quality, lot of money. You know this ice was made with care. This is the finest ice you've ever seen. This ice hasn't seen daylight since the Reich. All right, the best ice you will ever have to build an igloo with in your entire life. The quality will not be beaten. Nobody can compare, bar none. Now, how else do you sell ice to an Eskimo? All right, so we have rare, valuable architectural ice from the Swiss Alps. It went to a good school. It grew up in the nice neighborhood. Okay, so ice. Well, insulating factors. Insulating factors. This ice is not just architectural. It's not just pretty to look at, but it also insulates twice as well as your normal traditional ice. This is achieved through a dynamic microfilament process in which, before we even begin the ice making process, we insert fiberglass nanotubes into the ice, increasing the overall efficiency of its insulating properties, guaranteed to hold more heat than any competing ice on the market. Now, where do you take it from there? Mm. Insulation, privacy. Privacy. Are you tired of other Eskimos looking in on your igloo? Are you tired of your neighbor seeing your Eskimo wife's tiggle bitties? Our artisan, honestly, that's a trashy way to sell it. Don't do that. But this is an interesting thought experiment because it is comical where you've heard it before, probably in any mob movie. This guy could sell ice to an Eskimo. Wolf of Wall Street would be another example, I'm pretty sure. But this is the way you actually sell things. All right, for the uninitiated, for the average person, this is legitimately how you sell things. You can take literally anything. Literally anything that you can put into a box, you can sell. Okay? When it comes to selling something, you have to transform it from just this generic ice cube to something more special, something more coveted, something rare, something structurally improving. You have to make that structural improvement to people's lives. People don't just want basic and generic. The normal block of ice would do just fine. But you don't want just the normal block of ice. You're a competitor, all right? The igloo just across the waterway, just across the ice flow. You know, he's got artisanal ice. He's got entire figurines made of ice. He does it every May the 4th. Okay, and he's got a frozen Chewbacca, and he's got all of these nice things made of ice. You don't want your neighbor to outcompete you. I mean, all the young Eskimo girls are going to go over to his igloo instead of yours. You need your igloo to be elegant, to be warm, to be inviting, to be private, to be well insulated. This is how you sell ice to an Eskimo. Let's see, is there anything else that we can do to marketably change the value of a block of ice? Let me think. Extra refractory. So it provides, not only will this artisanal architectural gold inlaid ice that is highly insulated and provides an incredible amount of privacy, not only does it do all of that, but it also is formed in a way to refract light in this prismatic glow that shows as the light comes in over the top for that 1 hour a day that it does, you will get the most beautiful crystal light show. Guaranteed to dazzle and be a wondrous experience to anybody who stops by your igloo. That's one. That's one. Let me think. Is there anything else? Oh, guaranteed to survive an ice cannonball. No. Regardless, let's get back on point. All right, so, yeah, everybody has heard the saying. As just a raw experiment of how to do it, I honestly Hmm. I guarantee you, you can actually sell ice to an Eskimo. I guarantee you, you can sell it one of those ways or all of those ways combined. And I guarantee that so long as there is ice, especially if we end up with Snowball Earth 2.0 or 3.0 technically, I guarantee you that that could probably become a multi-billion-dollar business. This is how you sell things. You have to market it and use the use what would be the word for it? I it sounds negative, but bastardizations in the concept of value or just general transformation in the value perception to help make it a marketable product. You have to do this with just about everything, every single product, from the basic to the complex. This is the kind of language you inevitably end up with. You can't get around if you want to have solid stable sales. You have to know how to sell ice to an Eskimo, because especially as a product stays on the market for an extended period of time, over time its general marketability declines, because not only will you have the normal competition, but as people's tastes change, as consumers tastes change and their perception of value is slowly altered, a product becomes less and less enticing. So you always have to stay on top of the game. You always have to have your finger on the pulse. You always have to be working on the new way to sell ice to an Eskimo. Regardless, I'll end this little thought experiment here. You guys have a good one. Be sure to check out the Substack and check out the website if you're interested in personal or business consulting. I am definitely available. And I will see you next time.